quinoa. The only way I'll eat that trash. All right, guys, here we are back with another video. And you know, I've been getting requests for, hey, how do you cook quinoa? What do you do with it? Well, I do nothing with it except for this one recipe. And Chaz, my camera guy, AKA brother, taught me this handful of years ago. And I was like, man, this is really good. What is it? And he told me, like, oh, it's got quinoa in it. Now, it also has rice in it, but it does have quinoa and it tastes delicious. So let me show you how to make this chicken, rice, quinoa, apple, cranberry mixture. It's absolutely delicious. Step one to me is always gonna be, see all this trimmings and fat, tendons and trash on the chicken? I don't like that, so I'm gonna cut that off. And I actually will cut probably a little bit too much off, where someone might say I'm a touch wasteful. But to me, I don't like, see all that white stuff? No, I just don't want it. So I'm gonna get that out of there, because to me, that really takes away from the tenderness of the chicken. And I want to get that off, so I'm actually going to separate that little small tenderloin. Now, from here, what you'll see, that's a pretty thick breast, right? So we're going to cook it on the stovetop today. In order to make it cook even, I'm just going to butterfly it. So look how I'm sitting that vertical on my hand. And all I'm going to do is take this sharp knife and run it right down the back side of this chicken breast. You see how that opened? Now watch what happens. That's going to create almost like a book, right? Well, that's not sitting all the way open. So all we're going to do is take our knife. Again, you have to have a sharp knife. This doesn't work if it's dull. And you just kind of fold this chicken apart. Just like that. Because at the end of the day, what we want here, you see I missed the tip there, is a chicken breast that's pretty pliable, but also pretty similar shaped. So it's going to cook the most even. So all we'll do there, we'll throw these chicken scraps away and we'll coat it with some salt and pepper and then toss it in the pan. Salt, pepper, it's the way of life. And then we'll take the olive oil over to the pan and let's drop it all. Just a touch of olive oil here, just so we get a good coat. And so it'll crisp this chicken around the edges. Oh, it's gonna be so good. I have this set on medium heat so you can see, coating the pan as if it was like cooking spray. And then from there, all we'll do is just drop that chicken breast face down. 6 minutes, then we'll flip. All right, another cool application for this rice cooker here is we're gonna cook all of our quinoa in here. So let's load it up and get it started. But first, we gotta rinse it. Now, the reason I got this out of order is because I don't eat this garbage. It tastes like dirt to me, but this recipe is actually pretty good. So measure 1 cup. Now, what you'll know with the rice cooker is it's not true 1 cup. This is with one of the measures that come with the rice cooker. And now we'll just rinse. So you can see all that foam, right? We want to make sure we get all that rinsed out of there. All right, now out of the strainer, into the rice pot. Do this over the sink because it's super messy. And then we'll just add some water. There we go. Into the rice cooker. Now, what we will do different on this is we will hit the brown rice setting. So turn it on. All right, 6 minutes up. Let's flip this breast. Oh, look at that golden brown. That's how you know you're onto something. 6 more minutes. All right, so while the chicken's cooking, let's go ahead and get the rest of the mixture together. So I'm gonna use 100 grams of jasmine rice. This is pre-made because I use the rice cooker for the quinoa, obviously. So 100 grams of rice, 100 grams of quinoa, which is gonna be roughly 50 grams of carbs. And then inside here, we just have our quinoa, so we'll give it a fluff. Look at that. Look how great that came out in that rice cooker. Perfect. All right, now we need 100 grams of this. That's at 153, 174. Almost. 197, 98, 200 on the dot. All right, guys, here we go. Dijon mustard, sugar-free syrup, a touch more, olive oil, 1, 2, 3. Some salt and pepper. And last but not least, some cinnamon. And we'll stir it together. Already this smells great. I put a lid on it, just kind of press it down into the pan. We'll do the same thing for 6 more minutes and it'll be done. Chicken is done. Now, it is extremely vital in my opinion to let meat rest. So look how perfectly seared that is. We're gonna sit on a cutting board here before we slice it, 3 minutes, and just let it sit. I'm telling you, it will be so much better that way. All right guys, we got our quinoa rice mixture on the plate here, and then now we're gonna add our fun ingredients. So some fresh cranberries. These are dried, of course. We have our pecans. Perfect. And then lastly, we have our Granny Smith apple. Look at that. Oh my word. And then, lastly, our perfectly cooked chicken right on top. Now, I want to show you guys something. Look at that chicken in there. Perfectly cooked, and look how juicy that is. Nothing extra added to it. All right, time to taste. Cannot wait. I've been looking forward to this since I started making it. Chicken first, then a little bit of everything else. Oh my word. That flavor profile is so delicious. You just got the sweetness of the cinnamon and the syrup, the tart of the apple, the sweet of the cranberry, and then the savoriness of those nuts, quinoa, rice, and chicken. So good. All right, guys, there you have it. This is a calorie-dense meal, and it's very balanced. It has very good portions of protein from the chicken, and then you have the quality sources of carbs from the rice, the quinoa, the apples, the craisins, and then you have the fat from the olive oil and the pecans. I'm telling you guys, you have to try this meal. So if you're looking to gain weight, looking to gain muscle in a positive way, still have a healthy meal that's gonna satisfy, honestly, every tooth from savory to sweet, you have to give this a go. It is that good. If you like this video, guys, like, share, and subscribe. And I'm telling you right now, final piece of tips. If you wanna get a hot wife, this is the key, learn how to cook. Do it today.